Welcome guys to my Nuzlocke challenge. My name is Good Games George, and first we're going to go with the rules. We are going with the standard Nuzlocke rules, okay? So every Pokemon that faints must be boxed and only a one encounter per area. After that we're also going with the no items in battle and no overleveling. First we face our rival subs, which you should do, and we gain a nice amount of experience to our Bulbasaur. I'm going to be honest with you, this was my second try and I lost a perfect nature Bulbasaur the first time, so I already hate this guy. And after defeating our rival, I just went ahead to face Brook. With a Bulbasaur this was bound to be easy, so on the way we caught ourselves a Pidgey, which was named Delta, a Mankey on Route 22, I was lucky with that one, and was named Shira, and a Rattata, which I named Fall Out Boy because of the Rattata song. Amazing song. We got also a Kakuna on Viridian Forest, which was named Sting, but they will die just soon enough. I'm sorry guys for the spoiler, but well, our Bulbasaur was able to defeat Brook easily. Then we went ahead and purchased a Magikarp on Route 4, because who wouldn't purchase a Magikarp? $500? Take it! Okay, then with the rival battle, oh my god, I hate this rival battle. We lost 3 Pokemons to this guy. First, we went ahead and faced Pidgeotto. Man, this thing sucked. But our Broccoli was able to poison it and resist a wing attack. Then we changed for Delta and took care of it. After that he sent his Rattata and we just changed to Shira to take it out with a easy karate chop. Then he sent out Abra, but I was really calm in this situation because I knew it only had teleport. So with a few swipes we were able to take it out. But lastly, oh my god, this Charmander, oh, I hate this thing. With just an Ember he was able to almost take out my Shira, and then he took like half of my team. A Mega Punch did nothing to it. Oh god. But at the end Broccoli was able to take it out with a tackle. Dear god, that was awful. After grinding a little bit I was able to get myself a new Sting 2nd, and easily enough Broccoli was able to take out Misty even under the level cap. Bulbasaur is just an amazing starter for this game. A couple of Vine Whips were able to take out Staryu, and Starmie just suffered the same fate after a couple of turns and a couple of sweeps from Starmie. Thankfully, after getting the badge, we were able to evolve our Magikarp to Gyarados. Oh man, this was amazing, and it was time for payback to that son of a gun. Our rival battle was just really easy on the SSN. Our Gyarados was able to take out his Pidgeotto with a couple of water pools. After that he sent out his Raticate and I just changed for Cheetah so I can murder that rat with a brick break to the face. Then Kadabra came out and I was sure that Cheetah couldn't take it, so I sent again for Gyarados and Intimidate went off, and then a couple of bites took care of it. Then Charmeleon came out. Man, I was really afraid of this. Luckily, Gyarados was able to take it out, just took a Water Pulse that it survived. How in the hell it survived a Water Pulse? But then a critical hit tackle was able to take it out. After this rival battle, I had to rub this man's back, and man, no wonder Red doesn't speak. This guy probably molested him. Ugh. Okay, after a few months of therapy, I was able to face Lieutenant Sarge, and man, this was an easy battle. With Mankey knowing Dig, it just took care of Voltorb and Pikachu, and then our master plan. He was low on health, so I changed for Broccoli, who was able to resist any electric type attack that Raichu has, and even with the double team I was able to get a Leash Seed off. This was amazing, and it was so easily. Thank god, an easy battle for a change. After a couple of Razor Leaves, I was able to take it out. Then on Lavender Town we faced a rival again. It was just a little girl crying for his Raticate, but we were able to take it out again with our amazing team. Gyarados just faced his Pidgeotto with a couple of Dragon Rage, he was able to take it out, and then his Gyarados. Such a bitch, he's copying me now. But my Gyarados was stronger than his, and with a couple of Dragon Rage he was good to go. Then he sent out his Execute. man, I was afraid of this thing because of all the status moves it had, but with just a couple of bites, it was breakfast for my Gyarados. Then Kadabra came out, but I knew it only had Fury Sight, so I just kept with Gyarados to keep biting on it. After a couple of turns, it was knocked down, and then we were facing the last Pokemon of this team. For his Charmeleon, I had a Diglett ready to go and just take her out with Magnitude. But amazingly, his Ember did more than half to my Diglett. How the hell? Oh god, I hate this thing, really. But I had to change back to Gyarados, and with a couple of Water Pulses, it was over. Oh man, I hate this guy. It's really taking a toll on me, no? After facing him, I was going to Ceylon City to face my hardest gym on the entire run. I can't believe this was the hardest one. It was Herika's gym, and with my Beedrill staying the second, I was sure I could take her really easily. But no, she was just so annoying with his status moves. An ingrain on Tangela. Oh god, I can't believe I almost lost to this girl. But Aerial Ace was able to take down Victreebel and Tangela, and then against his Vileplume, oh, I had to change. And the only thing I could change to was either Gyarados to take her out with a couple of Dragon Rage, or my own Broccoli. I decided to go with Gyarados, but her Giga Drain was starting to get annoying, and Paralysis just was affecting me more than I expected. Then it was Broccoli time, and she was not able to do anything to me, but I was not able to do anything to her. So this just dragged on for a while, until I decided to change for Bolt, just to get a couple of Sun attacks off and lower her accuracy, until I was able to change for Shira, because I know Poison resists fighting types, but Shira had Seismic Toss, a move that every time does the same amount of damage equals to the level of the user. So with that I was able to take her out and get my 4th batch for this run. Man, this took so long, and the last half of this game is just so quick, I can't believe it. Then I just took a trip to the Safari Zone. I know, you probably think this is cheating, but on the second area of the Safari Zone I got myself an Execute on the first try, and I promise you, I wasn't cheating, and this was the MVP of this run. You will see later why. After getting my Execute and grinding a bit, I just faced the Team Rocket on Silph-Co. Man, you won't believe that what happens. I lost my Broccoli to a Weezing with self-destruct. Oh god! After running like a maniac for half an hour, I remember that I caught a Drowsy on Route 11, and I got my Execute and Drowsy to the level cap. It was amazing when Hypno evolved, because this was another crucial part of the following gyms. You will see in just a minute. But after getting them to speed and training my team a little bit just to not fall again for a self-destructing Weezing, man, I still have nightmares about that. I faced my rival again on Silph-Co, and this battle is no joke. He was amazing on this one. Luckily I had my Bolt, my Jolteon on the first spot, and was able to take out his Pidgeot really easily with a couple of shockwaves. After that, Gyarados had the same fate. With just a 4 times effective shockwave, I was able to dispatch it and then change for Sting the second to face with Execute. Man, I can't believe that thing put me to sleep and was really close to being the end of Sting. But then I changed to Gyarados again. A couple of bites later, he would paralyze me. I hate that guy. But then a couple of bites were able enough to take Alakazam, who only had Fear Sight, so I was not worried about it. And after that, his Fear Sight just failed. Thank God. Then Charizard went down to a couple of moves, but I had to change my Gyarados, he was too low. I sent Griffin, but it was not enough, and Gyarados was also still too low, so I changed back to Shira, and a Rock Slide, 4 times super effective, was able to take it out. Then I had to face Papa Giovanni. He started with Nidorino, so I went with Griffin, and just a Psychic was enough to take it out, but it was able to land a couple of Fury attacks to me, taking Griffin down to half-life. After that, he sent out his Nidoqueen, so we changed for Gyarados again. An Intimidate went off, thank God, because Body Slam was really bothersome. But then, between Surf and Water Pulse getting the confusion, I was able to take it down for good. Then his Rhyhorn just went down to a single Surf, and Kangaskhan was a little bit annoying, so I had to change to Shira. But amazingly, it was able to survive a cross chop on the first turn. How the hell? Okay, well, we kept going, and a Brick Break later just went down and we defeated Papa Giovanni. After that we were ready to face Koga, but how the hell is there a Psychic type trainer on a Poison type gym? Oh god, Sting II was taken down by Kadabra and his Psybeam, and oh my god, that was an awful loss. I was counting on him for Sabrina. Thankfully the battle against Koga went really smoothly, as Griffin was able to take down his entire team. Just a couple of Psychics to take Coffin number 1, and then a couple of Psychics were able to take Mach even when it was trying to minimize itself. Poor Mach. After that, Coffin number 2 suffered the same fate of Coffin number 1, and then his Whizzing. This son of a gun. I still have nightmares of the self-destructing Whizzing that took down Broccoli, so I took it out on this one. After a Psychic, it went to the red, and I knew it was going to heal, so I knew I could take it down with a Headbutt and then a Psychic. After that, I gave myself up to my gambling addiction and get enough coins to get the Shadow Ball TM. Luckily, on this generation, the Shadow Ball and all the Ghost type moves were physical moves, and Hypno was the perfect physical attacker. Plus, it had Meditate, so this way I could set up against Sabrina's first Kadabra. He couldn't touch me with anything, so I pop up Meditate until I was +6 attack, and then Shadow Ball just blew her team to oblivion. After getting the badge, I just made my way to Blaine, and it was the same thing. My Gyarados just set up with Rain Dance, and Surf took out his entire team. Except for his Arcanine, but being fair, I was like 8 levels under the level cap, so it survived on the red, but I was lucky enough for it to go for takedown, and the recoil damage just took it out itself. Oh god, that was an amazing win. And then the MVP of this run, Executor, just faced Giovanni all on its own. Bullet Seed with Magical Seed attached was enough to take his Rhyhorn, both Rhyhorns, and then Psychic was enough to take out his Nidoqueen and Nidoking. Man, that was just an easy battle. Even after his Ducture was somehow able to survive the Bullet Seed on the first time, but after a couple of turns it went down easily. And then it was time to face my rival again. I hate this guy. I feel like I battled him a million times on this run. First his Pidgeot, but Bolt was able to take it down with a couple of Shockwaves. Then I tried a double kick against his Rhyhorn, but it did practically nothing. Oh god. So I had to change for Executor to take it down with a couple of Bullet Seed. Luckily enough, I was able to bait out the Charizard and change for my Gyarados. And as with Blaine, I just set the rain, and a Surf was enough to take that thing out. After that, he sent out Execute, and I tried to set up with my Griffin, with my Hypno, but I was not able to, even if he missed the Stun Spore a couple of times. Then I got paralyzed and wasn't able to move for like 3 turns in a row against his Gyarados, so I had to change again. Man, that Gyarados was amazing with that Hydro Pump. He didn't miss even once. But then I had to change back to Egghead and was able to take it down with a Psychic. Just the Alakazam remaining, and it went first for a Calm Mind and then a Psychic, and it took down my Egghead to just 1 HP. Oh god. But well, I was able to take it down with another Strength, and then we head to the Pokemon League and ready to finish this game once and for all. I grind all my team to level 58 and was ready to take on the league. I decided to go in just with 5 Pokemon just to make it a little bit harder on myself. And man, the first couple of matches were easy, but then Agatha and Lance, oh, they are no joke. But first things first, Lorelei was an easy match with Cheetah and Bolt being super effective against her whole team. Thank God I gave in to my gambling addiction. I was able to get the Thunderbolt and Ice Beam TMs for this run. After a close call of the lovely kiss with Jinx and Lapras confusing my Bolt, I changed for Shira, but then a critical hit Ice Beam made me change for Bolt again. He was able to resist the Ice Beam like a champ and landed a Thunderbolt to finish this battle. Then the MVP of this run, Egghead, was able to take down the Bruno's entire team. Bullet's hit was enough to take Onix on the first turn. Then a couple of Psychics took Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, and his second Onix suffered the same fate as the first one. Man, this man really needs to change that team. I was a little bit afraid of Machamp, but after Psychic just took out on a one turn, I was feeling pretty good to keep going. Man, what's Bruno looking at after we defeat him? Then it was time to face Agatha. On the first turn her Gengar confused my Hypno, but I had the Berry to deal with that. I tried to set up the Meditate and it went for a couple of double team. But finally the turn I decided to go for Shadow Ball, it goes for Shadow. Thankfully Hypno took it like a champ and was able to dispatch of the first Gengar with Shadow Ball pretty easy. Then Golbat was amazingly able to take a Psychic, but with a couple of headbutts after it was healed up, we were able to take it out. But then we got the Arbok, the bane of my existence on this match. Oh god, I hate that Arbok. But I had a plan. I remember that I still had the TM for Earthquake that we won from Papa Giovanni, so I teach it to Shira before this match, and we're able to take down the Arbok with that. But then Hunter came out and I was not able to send Griffin back in. He was too low in health, so I decided to send out Bolt, who luckily was able to take down Hunter after it cut his life to half with Curse, and just one Thunderbolt was enough. Then came down the last Gengar, the last team member of this awful battle against Agatha. So I changed to Gyarados to get one Intimidate off, but it was able to put me to sleep. Oh god, this is awful. After that it set the Nightmare and I needed to change Gyarados, so I went with the MVP Egghead itself to take it down with a Psychic once and for all. Man, this is why I hate this battle. And I gotta admit, I was a little bit lucky because Egghead woke up the next turn after her Gengar put it to sleep and was able to tank a Sludge Bomb like a champ. Then it was time to face Lance, and man, I hate this battle because his Aerodactyl is just too strong for this game. But first I had to take out his Gyarados with a Thunderbolt from Bolt. 4 times super effective, so it was not much for it. Then it sent his Dragonair. Bolt was not able to do a thing with his Thunderbolt, so I changed for Shira, who was able to take it down with a Cross Chop powered by a Black Belt item. Oh man, that was close one. Then it was able to tank a Wing Attack from Aerodactyl and do that the first bit of damage with his Rock Slide. Man, I cannot believe Shira survived that. It was also one of the greatest Pokemon I could have caught for this challenge. After that my Gyarados was able to surf the Aerodactyl away and it was another Dragonair to deal with. I changed for my Egghead again because Psychic was my best bet to keep Gyarados healthy so that he could take out Dragonite with Ice Beam the turn after. But I couldn't just send Gyarados to face Dragonite all on its own, so at first I sent Griffin, who was able to do a little bit of chip damage with Psychic. After resisting a critical hit of Outreach with just 1 HP, I needed to change, so I went ahead and sent Gyarados. It was able to tank 1 Outreach, and then, thanks to the confusion and Ice Beam, we were able to take down Lance without any losses. Oh man, I was sure I was going to lose Gyarados at least. Then it came to the champion battle, and man, I was not able even to cure Bolt to full health, but it was able to take down his Pidgeot really easily with just a Thunderbolt. But awfully I misclicked. I tried to do Thunderbolt to Rhydon. Oh god, I felt so dumb in that instant, but I knew that he wouldn't be able to resist any attack, so I just let it die to get a free switch into Shira, who was able to take down his Rhydon really easy with just a Cross Chop. Then I changed for Griffin because he took out a Lucky Slam, and we were able to destroy it only with Shadow Balls and resisting his Psychic. It was really easy. Who is afraid of a Lucky Slam? It just took longer because he used a full restore. Then Gyarados, and man, I was really missing Baldo to OHKO his Gyarados. But then Shira was able to take it down with a couple of Rock Slides, thanks to it flinching on the first one. But then, oh Charizard, man, we missed the first rock slide and it was able to take us down, but not without another rock slide hitting. After taking Shida down, his citrus berry activated, so we were sure that he was not going to heal up. I sent Gyarados to take it down with an amazing surf. Then we only had to take on his Executor. And I was completely sure that between Ice Beam and Bite we were able to take it down, but no, it survived, and with Egg Bomb he just took us out. I can't believe that his Executor took out my Gyarados, oh god! Then he full restore and it was down to Executor v Executor. The most amazing matchup for the last battle of the entire run. Man, I was really afraid, but I was sure that my Executor could take his down with a couple of strength. But I had to set up the Reflect to be able to resist his egg bombs. And then it put me to sleep like a million times. It was really long battle, but we were able to take it down with just 3 HP remaining, and that way we became the champion of the Kanto region on our first Nuzlocke. Oh guys, this was an amazing playthrough, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you join me next time because we're going to do a Soul Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke with only gift Pokemon. Have a nice one and see you next week.